welcome to Coast Network. Ace is on you.
Hey, I'm good now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment
Freaking
Network.
rookie.
That's right. Hey, I had a little lag going. My bad. I had a lag, but I'm good now. All right, so welcome to Coast Entertainment Network. Welcome to another edition of Roundtable. That's right. Tonight, he's back. That's right. None other than Mr. Will Polston. He is back. How you doing tonight, my man?
Man, I've been awake for about a combined total today of about 37 minutes, and it's 8:12 in the Central Time. I am hyped up on every single medicine underneath the sun to try to kick the last bit of what is left in my system. I'm freaking high as a kite. No, I am looser than a goose. I'm ready to get around. It's round table, man. I'm having a good one. I made sure to come just as prepared as everybody else. So, yeah, here I am. So let's get it going.
And then, of course, let's not forget one of our staples on the show, Mr. Trevor. How you doing tonight? Mr. Ohio State Buckeye himself.
Pretty good. I'm enjoying this nice round table. It's so round, it makes the earth look even rounder. Just got to put that out there.
Absolutely. And how can you go wrong on Roundtable, dude? Roundtable is a blast. We have a lot of fun on the show. Very, very exciting. And then, of course, we have Isaiah. I'm really not sure who he's a fan of. He just kind of jumps back and forth between, maybe Oakland, maybe Houston. I don't know at this point. Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. But anyways, let's welcome in Mr. Isaiah.
What's up, guys? I'm wearing this Astros jersey because I feel like I'm in Houston right now. It's like 98 degrees in the Bay Area. I mean, all I need is like some brisket and, some sausage, whatever barbecue they have there, and it would just feel like home. It'll feel like Texas. I already cut off the stream like 7 times during our pre-show meeting that we were having. So who knows? I probably will be, by the end of tonight, I probably will be off the stream maybe like 40, 50 times. So we'll see.
Yeah, are you at like Houston Motor Speedway? What is going on?
Right? I'm like, what is going on?
Like somebody just flew right by you.
That was crazy. All right. Well, and then of course we have Mr. Dragon Viper himself. How you doing tonight, Mr. Dragon Viper?
I'm doing really good. Just ready to start this show off.
All right. Well, of course, everybody knows how we've been doing Roundtable. We start out with a couple questions, and then after our couple questions, we go ahead and we even play a game. And tonight, I've brought the game back of what's in the bag. And so everybody, for those of you who don't know what's in the bag, because I don't think Isaiah has ever played this game before, and I don't even think Will has played this game before. No, so basically what's in the bag is I'm going to give you a number between 1 and 5. You give me a number, then whatever item is pulled from that bag of that number, you have to try and sell the item. So it's gonna be very interesting. Last time there was some good items in the bag. So before we jump into the game, we're going to start out with a few questions. And that first question is Will, I'm going to start out with you.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, why not?
Pick on the sick guy.
Have you ever helped a perfect stranger, and why, and what was the situation like?
Have I ever helped a what?
A perfect stranger, like somebody you didn't know, and you're like, hey, they need help with something, I'm going to go help them. Yeah, just a perfect stranger, somebody you didn't know.
There's been situations in which I've helped out people I don't know. The word perfect stranger just threw me off. That made me think that you thought I thought the person was perfect, and I was helping out, trying to dang, that girl's like perfect. Let me help her out, I'm sure it's happened, but no, yeah, I've helped out strangers before. I can't think of anything in particular in which I've done, but I know that plenty of times, with all the jobs I've worked and everything such as that, you have to help strangers every day. Take it easy, Motor Speedway. Oh, there he is. But yeah, no, it's just, I can't think of anything in particular, but yeah, absolutely. Strangers of almost every single day based off of the jobs I've had to do and everything such as that. So, yeah.
All right, Trevor, do you have any good stories of a perfect stranger that you've helped out?
I kind of have to be in with Will on this one. It's kind of hard to recall. It's like there's stuff that you've done, but like they just don't stick out because it's like it's common courtesy and being respectful. Like say if they need help or you see them in need, you try to lend a helping hand to help them get on their feet. Obviously, you got to keep yourself safe because some of them may not be in the right mental health. So you got to make sure you keep yourself safe before you try to help out somebody else. So that's what I would end up saying.
Yeah. Before I got my job that I'm doing now, like I worked at a grocery store and I was an e-shopper. I used to like go around and go collect everybody's groceries, but I'm not freaking St. Polston for doing it. It's just literally my job, like it's just stuff that I have to do every day. And then I come bring out their groceries and it's always some like old chick on an oxygen tank. And she's like, "You're so sweet." Yeah, no, you're lucky they're paying me. That's basically what it is. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
All right. I'm scared to ask this, but I'll go to Isaiah because I'm always scared to know what he's going to say.
Oh, of course, every time. Perfect stranger. Oh, that's like are you saying like I don't know the person personally, but I know like who they are, or I don't know them at all?
Yay! Yay! He figured it out.
We have found out the definition of a stranger here today.
Good job.
Let's put it in the Oxford Dictionary, ladies and gentlemen. Let's coin it now.
Stranger, you mean to tell me somebody I don't know, but like I also don't know? All right, yeah. Thanks, Isaiah. Thanks for coming.
Good job.
I have a dictionary actually.
Why do you have a dictionary?
Yeah, go ahead and take it away, Isaiah.
You guys know I work at the Niners stadium, right, as an usher. So one of the games, I forgot who they were playing. I think they were playing the Rams. I was in the employee locker room area, and there was this man who just seemed like he was lost. He didn't know where he was going. He didn't know where the field, like the entrance to the field was. He didn't know where the bathroom was. He didn't know where any like place was in the stadium. So he was looking really lost. And I go up to him and I'm like, "Hey, you look like you're really lost right now. Are you heading to like a particular place or something like that?" He was like, "Yeah, I've been like going around and around the stadium trying to find the entrance to the field. I need to go to the entrance to the field. I need to go onto the field. I'm already late. I was supposed to go there to observe warm-ups, and then like I went and showed him to the entrance to where the field was, and it turned out to be Jeff Fisher, the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams."
Wow.
There you go.
So yeah,
That's really cool. All right. Dragon Viper, how about you?
There are so many that I've helped out. I've used to let people stay the night if they needed a place to stay for a night. I'd give them, if people were like staying on the street corner, I'd give them a couple bucks or I'd get them something to eat. I mean, it's a normal thing for me. I'm generally helping those strangers out. I've been in their situation, so I know what it's like, and I help out anyone I can. And I mean, there's not one particular incident, it's just several. So,
all right. Well, I was going to ask this question, but I decided to skip on it because I know that if I ask people what their favorite subject in school was, I could almost tell you that for some reason, and Trevor, you probably remember this, and Randy, you probably do too. When we played Coast to Coast versus MI6 and Family Feud, and for somehow, Isaiah had mentioned something about that. He learned about cooking food in gym. So we were playing that game of Family Feud, and we were talking about where is somewhere you learn how to cook. And Isaiah's like, "Oh, gym classes." Like,
Gym.
Gym. That's what he said. Gym.
Hold up. Did you learn to cook, Isaiah? Now I have questions. Did you learn to cook in gym class or from a perfect stranger named Jim?
I learned to cook in gym class.
Okay.
Great
Was your teacher's name Jim?
I wish, but no. It was
Jim
Mark.
teacher Jim. Oh, Mark Jim. Okay.
Mark Jim. So obviously we know what Isaiah's favorite subject in school was gym, because I guess somehow he got to cook in gym.
You got to cook.
I have no idea how, but somehow he did it. So I have no idea how he did it.
That's impressive.
But Will, this one's going to come to you now. What was your favorite subject in school?
Dude, I was a big nerd in school. I was a big old science geek in school. I was the vice president of our Science National Honor Society. And I will have to say that it has to be chemistry in high school. If it's college, it's a completely different story, because I took one science class in college and I changed majors and almost dropped out and everything. It was a whole thing. But in high school, there was a kid next to me, and shout out to him. His name's Dawson, Dawson Mosley. Dawson, I hope you're doing good to this day. But Dawson sat next to me in chemistry, and him and I used to race each other to see who could finish tests first. That's how big of a nerd I was. And not only that, but we would race each other. We'd be the first two done, and neither one of us ever stooped below a 95 in that class. In fact, the lowest grade I ever had in chemistry was a 95. The highest I ever had was 124%. And I will never forget just how I did every single extra credit assignment. I did everything I could. I loved chemistry. And I wanted to do something when I got to college in chemistry. And then I took Gen Chemistry 1. I got a 98 on the first test. And I was like, dude, I'm freaking balling, dude. This is easy. Then the second test, I got a 38%. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? Let's see what communications is like. And it was easier. So I went with communications.
So
That drop-off is impressive, Will.
Thank you.
Right? Can you do chemistry to this day? Because you said, your favorite was chemistry. So if someone stuck a chemistry book in front of you, could you do it?
Oh, yeah. No, I tutored chemistry up until my senior year of college. I tutored high school students and a lot of people in a lot of different subjects, just kind of like for some side money. But by the time I got to my senior year of college, I already had 3 jobs. So I had to get rid of something. And so, with tutoring, it would have been 4. So I had to get rid of something. I had too much on my plate. But so, yeah, I quit tutoring, which was stupid in the end because it made me the most money by far. Because people don't realize this. If you're smart at something or you're really good at something and people really want your services, you can charge out the wazoo, man. Like I started off as a tutor making $25 an hour, and that was per session. And somebody took up my tutoring services, and she told me, "You're a lot cheaper than the other person I used to pay." And I was like, "Well, how much did you used to pay the other person?" They said $75 an hour.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm an idiot. Like, what am I doing? And so then I started raising prices. I started price gouging. I don't care. Like, I was trying to make some money. So by the time I got to my junior year, it started becoming $50 an hour and everything like that. I'm like, look, man, I'm a busy guy. You got to pay me extra. Like, that is
with that premium.
No, exactly.
Look, give your kid test answers on top of that.
I'm like, look, if your kid's passing, you're paying. All right.
I tried to tutor once, but I was so math is not my strong point. Okay, like when it gets to algebra and let's say chemistry and
chemistry's not math, but yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying. No, calculus. Sorry.
There you go.
You're thinking of calculus and trigonometry. So I tried to tutor once until they found out I was a fraud. And how they figured it out was simply because somebody would be like, "Hey, can you help me solve this problem?" And I would be like, "Okay, sure." So I would go up and I would be pointing at each step, and I would be like, "So you did this and this and this." And they go, "Yeah." I'm like, "So what could you have done different?" They're like, "Oh, okay, I got it now." And then they would write it down. I'm like, thank you. And then I would walk away. And then like a couple weeks later, I was like doing that same thing. And the person's like, I just can't seem to figure it out. Can you just show me? I'm like, oh crap.
Oh no, I have to do something.
That's
crap. Yeah, exactly. I was a fraud because there was no way I could figure it out.
I'll
way.
never forget. I had a girl that I used to tutor. I don't remember her name, but I remember her sister's name because her sister was very pretty. Anyway, but yeah, I tutored this girl's sister, and this girl was like in 8th grade, and her sister was like in the grade above mine. So I was like, I knew of her. I knew she existed, but her little sister, I was tutoring her in geometry, and her little sister had like a 98 in the class. I was like, what the hell am I like? Why are you paying me? Like, and she was just like, oh, she just had a little bit of struggle on her last test. I said, what'd you get on your last test? She goes, I got a 92. And I was like, oh, what?
What?
92?
I don't even think I got a 92 on any geometry test. What the hell?
Awesome. That's awesome.
That was fine. I mean, I kept going. They had a nice home. I like to sit down. They taught me everything. She taught me more than I taught her. I can tell you that. Oh well, it is what it is. And her sister, very pretty.
So Trevor,
I mentioned
how about you? What was your favorite subject in school? Oh, please say gym because you learned how to cook. Please say it. Please say it.
You know, gym is always nice. I'll never forget the time where I ran a mile in slacks. I took like 9 minutes to run a mile in slacks.
Impressive.
So I give myself credit. I think I was in I forget, either elementary school or in middle school. I forget. I don't think I had the proper clothes or something. I just ran it in slacks. I'm like, okay, I did it. Whatever. I'm fast in slacks now. But I did have sneakers on though, so I'm not running in dress shoes. Let's make that clear. But my favorite, subject has got to be history. I love World War II and all the fun, fascinating stuff that you learn about history and just war in general. And I just went down a rabbit hole with all tanks, planes, warships, just going into the different battles, learning about Midway, Guadalcanal, just the European theater, and then it's just it started to grow, and then you start eventually playing war military strategy games, and that's just started to develop my love for history at that point, just by partaking in World War II video games and stuff like that, and going into history like that.
Fast and Slacks, the Trevor Williams story.
I like it. So we have comments that we're going to get to here. So this is the chair with James Gonzalez, and Isaiah. The question's for you. He's saying, did Jeff Fisher make you feel average like his coaching record?
Well, yeah, he did. He actually did.
Yeah, there's something about Jeff Fisher that just brings down your morale. It's just not great.
Yeah, I remember feeling so. I felt so bland and so afterwards. That was my mood.
And then John Mark Stivers is saying this is comedy. So, hey, I'm glad you're enjoying our show tonight. That's the point of Roundtables. We try to bring in as much comedy as we possibly can. So, Dragon Viper, this one comes to you. You're the last one on the subject. What was your favorite subject in school?
Oh, man. It was hard to choose because there was 3, but I'd have to go with either home ec because of cooking or Spanish.
Whoa! You didn't learn to cook in gym?
No,
your school's weird.
What school did you go to?
You did it in gym, not me.
He doesn't go here. He doesn't. Yeah.
I would have enjoyed going to gym a lot better than I did. So. But no, I'd have to say Spanish. Really, that was
muy bien.
Class I like taking, the subject I like taking. So that and multimedia, I did do 2 years in that too. So
you had that in high school?
Yeah, I did.
I wish my school was that cool.
I wrote school articles for a school newspaper and.
Oh, okay. We had newspaper and we had a TV class, but they weren't all just one encompassing thing.
Yeah, no, it was mostly about school. The school had its own newspaper out there and stuff like that. So I was writing for it, and I liked it. I liked my stories and liked what I wrote.
So did you write about Rapunzel? Sorry.
About
How about
Cookie
Romeo
and
and
Jim? I heard
Oh
that
my
was a great article.
He wrote about Rapunzel. He wrote about Cookie and Jim.
Nope.
All right. So now that we've asked the first couple questions, now we're gonna play the game of what's in the bag. And so with
Sweet Jesus.
and Trevor, guess what? Since you did so fantastic at this one last time, you go ahead and give me a number of 1 through 5, and
I
you
thought
get
you
the
were going to
first
save
crack.
the best for last. Why are you making me go first?
Yep, you're first.
You got to go first.
Yeah, you're the example. You gotta show us how to do this, Trevor.
Yep, exactly.
I'm feeling number 3, lucky 3.
Oh wow! Hey, you got the good one. This time you actually got the good one.
And that's my number.
So the one you get this time is you get to try and sell this little Superman action figure.
That's the good one.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, wait, it's Superman. With this TV offer, we'll give you the new Elite Premium Superman action figure. Adam, can you please bring up a glorious picture of our Superman action figure? Right here, the Man of Steel took on the Elite Justice League and Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, you name it. He is the elite superhero that can even beat all the other DC characters. But wait, we'll make this even better. We'll double it and give you a golden Superman on top of that. This will make your collection even better and make you look the best at the best nerd convention and at Comic-Con. Ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you buy the Superman action figure today at $19.99 plus shipping and handling at this time. Now let's read the warranty now, ladies and gentlemen. So would you buy this select TV offer right here, right now, in the next 30 seconds?
Wow.
Thank you, Trevor. So let me ask you, did he sell this to you guys? Would you guys buy one?
Yo, what's up with Trevor? Trevor just magically doubles every offer.
Why don't you want two? You give one to your friend. I'm just saying.
I only saw he had one.
Did he sell it? Would you guys buy it?
Yeah,
Oh.
Of course.
Yeah.
But however, Trevor, you kind of screwed yourself over because if you said a golden Superman, I'm sorry, man. I can't send him a golden Superman. I only have a blue one. I don't have a golden one.
You probably don't have two of them either.
Right, I don't. Okay, so Dragon Viper, you're next. So you either get the numbers 1, 2, 4, or 5.
Oh, 1.
You get to sell a quarter of a tube left of some cortisone cream.
Good luck, Viper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. It's Trevor, you sold it, man. You sold it. You said, Trevor, I'm sold. Take my money, man. It was the perfect pitch.
Cortisone cream.
Yes, cortisone cream.
Come on, man. You got it.
Oh, it would help if I remembered what it was for.
Oh yeah, that'll help.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
I don't even know what it's for. Buy
Actually,
this
it's even better that you don't know what it's for.
Buy this cortisone cream. It'll help with everything that it says on the label.
On the label?
On the label.
On the label.
It'll help everything. It'll cure everything that it says, and no side effects, no nothing. And
No side. I already like it. It's no side effects.
And it'll clear away within a day or two. So,
All right.
Yep. And if you buy one, we'll send you 2 more for the simple cost of a quarter each.
Quarter each.
Oh,
What
that
is
is-
this?
wow.
Oh,
I could almost feel a lawsuit waiting to happen. He's like, he cures everything, and there's no side effects. So you go and take it away.
is that the COVID cure, Viper? Is that the COVID
No, I
cure?
said everything on the label. I said it cures everything that says on the label.
But there's no side effects.
But no side effects. And don't eat it, whatever you do.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Thanks. All right, Will, your number's 2, 4, or 5.
Oh Jesus. I'm gonna go with 4.
All right, you get this little bean bag right here.
What the hell? Where did you get this?
Yeah, you get a little bean bag.
Why? Where do you have this stuff? Where are you finding this around your house? But you know what that beanbag is. You do know what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy this beanbag right now, it looks like an ordinary beanbag. But what it is, folks, you call right now and you are able to purchase a at-home desk version of Cornhole. You can go ahead and come on and buy it. It may just look like an ordinary bag, but it's not. It's actually part of a mini set. What they're not going to tell you is that there's actually 3 more of those bags in there along with 2 boards, and you can play Cornhole at your desk. Now, you ever been bored at work and you're just looking for something to pass the time? I think Cornhole will be a great time to do it. You might not have the brewskis, you might not have the beer, you might not have the burgers and the dogs, but you have the Cornhole. Folks, you can call right now. You can call right now. No, it is not $9.99. No, it's not $11.99, but it's actually $19.99. I don't know why it says not. It is $19.99. So go ahead, call right now. $20. Get your very own play set for Cornhole. But wait, there's more. We don't double offers here. Call right now and you can get it for actually $19.99 instead of $20.99. We'll take $1 off and you will be able to play Cornhole at your desk. Feel free to call right now.
Did he sell it?
Yes.
Yes.
He sold.
Come on.
Sold.
He sold it. All
That's
right.
Cornhole, baby. Let's go.
Isaiah, you have
Hell yeah. Thanks, James.
You have 2 or 5.
5. Give me 5.
All right. So what does Isaiah get to sell today? So Isaiah gets to sell 1 individual sock.
Just one.
Just 1 sock.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Joanne.
Are you 1 sock?
1 sock. You get to sell 1 sock.
I'm in need of 1 sock. I'm listening.
Hey, if you don't want your feet to be cold at night, or if you don't want your dog, or if you have like a pet mouse or a hamster or a guinea pig or something like that, and you don't want them freezing to death, that's a perfect blanket. I mean, to them, it will be like a wool blanket made out of fur and all that stuff. So if you have like some little pets or whatever, heck, you can even wrap it around a goldfish if you wanted to.
Or goldfish.
Strangle your goldfish for only $7.99.
I'm gonna drown my own goldfish with this sock.
What the hell?
Also, fight with someone and you don't have a boxing glove, use that. It'll protect your face.
What?
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I'm okay. I don't want to buy this.
I thought he was gonna say, you could use it for therapy for a sock puppet, but if you put a tennis ball in it, now you got like a bit of a mace or something. You got like a weapon.
Socks are very utilitarian. You can do a lot with a sock.
Nobody wants to put it on his goldfish.
Yeah, what the hell, right? Who doesn't? Murder your own goldfish today.
Oh wow.
And I got to go back to the banners because that 1 sock is not $19.99. It's not $9.99. It's not $11.99, but it's actually $19.99. Wow. You can smother your goldfish for $20 today.
So
Poor
I'm
Goldie.
assuming I don't even have to ask. I'm assuming he did not sell the item.
No, I'm buying it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no,
I'm surprised he didn't double his offer to give you a complete pair.
Yeah, why didn't you just double the stock? Yours made the most sense to double, and you didn't do it.
Yep.
You were right there.
It was dirty. It had some yellow stuff on it, man.
That's the color of the sock, bro.
Color of the goldfish.
But instead of trying to double the offer, he goes the opposite way and says, hey, if you have a mouse, if you have a ferret, you can even put your goldfish in it. You're like,
yeah, it's literally like a sleeping bag for your ferret. What? That's a sock, my guy.
So James Gonzalez actually threw something out there and said, ever had the feeling you wanted just one of something? Well, here's one sock also for people who are missing their other sock in life.
You could have gone so many routes. You know how many socks I have that don't have a pair? Dude, you had a layup. You had the easiest layup. And yeah, it was yellow and crusty or whatever, but that you just throw that junk in the washer, dog, and you'll be fine. What the hell?
It's perfect to say if you want to send animals to Antarctica, man. It's perfect.
You're crazy. No, you're sending them to the gulag. You're over here killing them.
With one sock.
Wow.
Have you ever wanted to asphyxiate a pet?
If they're barking too much, there's a
Have you ever been tired of little Timmy's fish and you really wish he'd go somewhere else?
Use the one sock.
Yeah,
One sock
murder him with this one sock.
Want to measure the wind? Here, use the one sock.
What the hell?
Poor Goldie.
Right.
Wow, that went completely the opposite direction I expected it to go. That's all I'm saying. That was
You murdered a goldfish.
that was crazy. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next question. And our next question is, it's going to be pertaining to food because we all like food. So,
Hey, like John Mark said, one sock's always greater than two socks. So you had it easy according to John Mark, and you still couldn't do it.
I wonder if he would buy it.
Wait, what was item 2?
oh, so item 2 was an empty Snapple bottle.
That makes it
yeah,
weird.
I mean,
I feel
yeah.
like we brought an empty bottle on the show before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
There's all types of things I could use that for.
yeah, there you go. But so now we're going to jump into our next topic, which is simply about food. And so, what is the most interesting thing you've ever seen put on pizza?
Well,
And
if we
Trevor, I'm
find
gonna
out
start with
later
you.
when we say a Twinkie in the distant future.
Maybe Twinkies.
Ugh.
The most
See
interesting.
when the bed comes along.
Trevor, I'm going to start out with you. What's the most interesting thing you've heard of anybody putting on a pizza?
I guess a combination I've seen interesting that seems like good is like a BLT on pizza.
Who puts lettuce on pizza?
yeah, I was thinking that too.
Where the hell have you seen this?
I don't know. I just feel like it's an interesting combination. Like you could do it.
Pizza is warm. BLTs are not.
But then you have people who put pineapple on pizza. Well, I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. There's a big difference, though. Pineapple's put on like afterwards. Like lettuce would wilt.
Yeah.
It'd be gross.
Okay.
That's
Have
a
you
double.
seen this? Have you seen this before? Is this a thing? Is BLT pizza a thing? And I'm not aware.
I feel like it is. It's possibly a thing.
I'm gonna Google it. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, and so James Gonzalez, to answer your question, that's actually where we came up with the idea of the whole Twinkies on pizza was from that movie Heavyweights. Yes, it was in that movie. And so what Trevor is pertaining to, for those of you who may have missed it, we have a bet going on right now with our fantasy football teams that whoever team does the worst, number one, the first item you have to put on your pizza is you have to put a Twinkie on there. And then the other people that are participating in this also get to pick one ingredient to put on the pizza. So for those of you who have missed that, so when we talk about pizza, oh, look at that. Look at that.
BLT pizza, folks. Here we are, where we are in uncharted territory. And to be fair, some of it doesn't look that bad. I mean,
I think I saw it today at work. I think my boss ordered like multiple pies of like different types. You got like thick crust, you had nice cheese, pepperoni, you name it. We had a lot of pizza today.
So Tim Fielder saying spam.
Ew. Oh.
Ew.
Spam would be a bad ingredient to put on pizza. So Dragon
Yeah.
Viper, what is a bad ingredient to put on pizza?
I'm not going to say it's bad, but Domino's was actually running a special on I know they had a cheeseburger pizza, But
so good.
Yeah, that's not bad, man.
I
That's
didn't
not
say
bad.
it was bad. You said your first question was interesting. It was
Yeah.
interesting to see a cheeseburger pizza. I never seen it before, so But no, what's bad to be put on a pizza is something like anchovies.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Anchovies.
That's what's
Anchovies.
bad to be put on a pizza.
Jesus. That's like you might as well start nuclear warfare. That's just horrible.
And then let's mix it with pineapples on top of that.
Hey,
Let's go
hey,
full
leave my
Oh my
scale.
pineapples alone there, Trevor.
For this, buddy. Come on, man.
Ew.
All right, Isaiah, this comes to you. What is the most interesting and probably the worst topping for a pizza?
Well, interesting. I'm gonna go with this pizza that I actually ate at this buffet company called John's Incredible Pizza, called the peanut butter pizza, where they like legitly put peanuts. It's actually good, man. If you try it, it's actually really good.
Couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's like they actually put real peanuts on the pizza in addition to peanut butter underneath the tomato sauce and the cheese as well, and the pepperoni. And
Hey, Will, how are you feeling right now?
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh man,
I love peanut butter, and that's disgusting.
Yes. Oh.
Oh my god. And
Will,
why does it not surprise me that it's Isaiah's the one that did it?
To be fair, I know of some gross ones, but that's just wrong.
Okay, well, this comes to you. What's some gross ones that you?
I've looked this up before, and there's two that have stuck with me. There's one, I want to say it's at a pretty popular chain. It's either at like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut or something like that. But it's in China, and it had like mayo, hot dogs, and like shrimp tempura. It was the most disgusting combination I think I've ever heard of. Then there was another one at this pizza joint in Japan. I remember this one, and it was cream corn. And that was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you have gone wrong in so many ways to get to this point where you're going to put on cream corn on a freaking pizza. You've done everything wrong that you could possibly do to get to this point. So no, I don't. No, thank you. Keep that in Japan. Keep that over there. I don't want to see that here.
Oh my gosh, that even sounds gross right
You
now.
ordered the shrimp tempura, mayo, and hot dog pizza. What? I would slap the hell out of the person at my table who ordered that. Oh my god.
So Isaiah, you left a little comment there. You were gonna bring something up. So
yeah, another one was I was in Hong Kong. I think this was like 6 years ago, and I saw someone order like a seafood pizza that had like, sardines, fish, octopus as well on it. It was like, I was like, nope, I ain't touching that thing.
Oh, that's why you in the private chat wrote octopus. I thought that was just randomly there.
no, he wrote octopus, and I figured that's what he was talking about. However, to go back on your seafood pizza there, Isaiah, here they had a restaurant here that actually it was Mamma Mia's. That's what they called it, and they actually had a seafood pizza, and it was actually pretty dang good.
Did they put octopus in it though?
I don't recall if they did. I know it had like shrimp and crab and a few other things on it, but it was really good.
Octopus is really good. Shout out, Tim.
Yeah, Tim's saying it too. Tim's saying octopus.
No.
I don't know if I'd put it on a pizza, but octopus is pretty freaking good.
On a pizza though, that's the thing.
Look, man, hot dogs and mayo or octopus. Which one are you going with?
Ew, none of it.
None of the above.
Pineapple.
Dude, I don't want to hear you say ew or nothing like that. Dragon
I'll
Viper
stick with my pineapple.
Dragon Viper came on here and said cheeseburger pizza. Like, that's wrong. Like, no, that is so correct.
I didn't
That's
say
awesome.
it was wrong. For the record, I said it was interesting to see. I did not say it was wrong. I said anchovies were wrong.
Give Tim all of it. Tim wants all of it. That's
Tim
disgusting.
can have it.
Disgusting. All right, so I do have one more food question coming here. If you were a cereal, what type of cereal would you be? And Isaiah, I'm going to start with you. If you were a cereal, what type of cereal would you be?
Lucky Charms. Easy. Because, so when I went to interview, right, for the A's and the Warriors and also the Niners, they were like saying, like, tell us, you know, a big strength of yours. And the thing that I told them was, the reason why you should hire me is because I bring good luck wherever I go. I legitimately said that on all 3 interviews, by the way. I told them that, like, yeah, you know, every time I work someplace or I'm a fan of this team, they end up starting to win. And the A's, they hired me. Look what happened. 2 years later, they made the playoffs in back-to-back years that I worked there. They're probably going to make the playoffs this year. The 49ers, it didn't start out good, but it took some time. But, you know, they went to the Super Bowl, and then with the Warriors, yeah, they didn't win. And then it's got to be Lucky Charms. It's got to be Lucky Charms.
And I don't think that, Isaiah, you have a curse. Every time you pick a team, they lose. I don't think that's
yeah. And you know what I think is really funny? He's sitting here and he's talking about Oakland and being like, you know, I'm their lucky charm, but he's on the screen wearing a Houston Astros t-shirt.
Yes.
So I don't know. Explain that. I'm their lucky charm, but I'm going to go ahead and put on a Houston t-shirt.
It's a reverse jinx, though, Ace. It's a reverse jinx.
Call it what you want.
Okay.
If I interviewed you and you said that I just bring good luck everywhere I go, I would not hire you. I would be like, get this guy out of here.
So
hey, Brian says you're never going to be Miss America answering questions like that. So there you go.
Yeah, and Brian is also saying that octopus is good if you're trying to kill somebody.
Oh,
James Gonzalez is saying, I'm plain, so probably Cheerios.
Hell yeah. Tim out there, Wheaties. He's going to get his own face on the box.
Right? Oakland doesn't have Lucky Charms. Look at their sports teams.
Or leaving.
Your one teams get ready to leave.
Right?
Off to Vegas you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving to Vegas. Hell yeah.
Okay. So,
every single day. Let's do it.
So Dragon Viper, this one's come to you. If you were a type of cereal, what would you be?
Oh man. Good question. I would have to say probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I grew up on it, so I'm just gonna stick with that answer.
There's no rhyme or reason, just Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No. I got nothing.
You strike me as like a fruity pebble.
Oh no, that's what you would choose for me, Will. That's not what I'm choosing.
I would choose some good stuff for you, my guy. We'll talk after the show.
Oh, right.
If Rapunzel is ever
geez.
the sponsor of a box, he would be like the perfect. That's a cereal he would be as if it was Rapunzel.
There you
go. All right, Trevor. This is you, man.
I've been stuck. I don't know. Like, there's just so many different boxes of cereal. But you know, if you want to be like the most hated person on the planet, you would pick Raisin Bran.
Hell yeah.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah,
that's not the box I'm going with. I'll probably say, you know, I would go with Fruit Loops because I have a nice, you know, Fruity Loop personality, easy going, having a good time. So I could see that. But then it's like I started thinking of like the jingles. So I got like Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Nice.
Yes. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with like Fruit Loops because as you can see, I have that nice little loopy personality to me. So that's where I'll go with.
And Will goes to the probably, let's say, the Frosted Flakes.
You don't know. You have no idea.
All right, go ahead.
So shout out Trevor for bringing that up because I needed that jingle in my life. That was a good memory. But I'm like, I'd go with Special K because I'm not what you want, but I'm what you need. You know, you need that special K in your life. Good source of fiber, good source of cholesterol. It's not exactly the flashy cereal, but once you take a bite of it, you add some milk, you're like, yo, this ain't bad. You know, I've been sleeping on Special K. Special K's got it going on.
You don't even got a mascot.
I got 3 boxes.
You just got to let it K.
I got 3 boxes of Special K in my counter right now. I ain't gonna lie. I got 2 of the chocolatey delight and 1 of the strawberry whatever the hell. And man, that mess you up. That's good stuff right there. Special K. Call me if you want to do some promotional work.
Special K.
We'll give you some Greek yogurt on the side with that too.
Oh my God! I'm not what you want, but I'm what you need. Special K. They don't have a jingle, I don't think.
What I need.
Yeah. Oh baby, you got what I need. And you said it's just a rash. You said it's just a rash. Oh baby.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, right? Blueberry. Yeah.
The blueberry K. The blueberry K.
What
You got to get the blueberry K. All right, so
it's just rash. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So I'm going to start out with Dragon Viper on this one. What is the scariest thing you've ever done?
The scariest thing
the scariest thing you've ever done.
Listen to me sing about Special K.
No, that's the second.
Yeah, it's got to be up
there. No, crap. I've done a lot of scary things. I guess one that could have put me in the hospital but didn't was I was riding my bike down a huge hill, and I thought it'd be fun to slam the brakes, and yeah, it wasn't fun. Slammed the brakes, flipped over, smacked my head against the concrete, kind of thing.
No, Dragon Viper. We didn't say what's the stupidest thing. You were going down a hill really fast, and you were like, I know, I'll pump the brakes. Idiot. What are you doing?
No, that was scary for me, okay?
You said got married, right? Got married.
That's a good one, Brian. Shout out, Brian. I need to like that comment. That's good stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Dragon Viper, you got to have something not dumb as scary.
That's my favorite comment. I'm pinning that.
Well, see, the problem is it's me. So anything I did that was scary was dumb. I mean, I could say I drove down to where the water had taken over the road and it was flooded, and I drove as far as I could till my car almost quit working and almost got carried out. I could say that. There's a lot of things I did that were scary that were dumb. So
fair.
All right. Isaiah.
Cliff diving. Like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I thought I was gonna die when I like up the air going into the water. Like I thought I was gonna hit a rock or something like that. That was like super scary. Whew.
Isaiah, I'm glad you went that way instead of talking about something about like the Oakland A's or something you did at like the stadium or something.
Yeah, watching Matt Chapman bat with 2 strikes. That? Yeah, that's pretty terrifying.
I was gonna bring up the pineapple. Where I smacked my head on the pineapple. I thought I was gonna.
That's not scary.
You guys still need to learn the difference between stupid and scary.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm like Dragon Viper. Anything I do, it's gonna be considered dumb, anyways.
Exactly.
So, Isaiah, so you're talking about this cliff jumping or diving that you've done. But you never said the feat that you did. How high was it?
I thought he said 50.
Did he?
Did it? Was it 50?
It was like 40 or 50, something like that. I didn't measure it. Come on, man. Ace, I'm not going to break measure like a cliff. Come on, bro.
What?
There wasn't like a sign that said you're jumping from X amount of feet?
Hey, I didn't look at the sign. I was just like, you know what?
The man just jumped.
That could be
I don't
the problem
blame you.
right
I don't
there.
blame you.
That could be the problem right there. Oh, I'm just going to jump. It doesn't matter what the sign says. Oh,
Send it. You know what the sign probably said? It probably said, "Don't jump."
Probably.
Probably did.
Rocks below. Don't jump. Oh, well.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Jumping anyway. Trevor, how about you?
I would say, I guess, rappelling from a tree, like using like zip lining, like technology to just rappel from a tree. But at the same time, yeah, like your entire like zip lining party on the tree platform. So it's like you have like grown men all on this like tree platform. And you're wondering like, is it going to hold everybody? And then they would send like one by one, like off of a tree, and you would just like rappel down to the forest floor. And I just thought that was just horrifying because it's like you couldn't like slow yourself down. You're just like free falling. It was just awful.
Free fall. It kind of sounds fun though.
It does, but then it's like you hit the ground and it's like that weird jolt, and it's just like, oof, it's not pretty.
Like my wife for the longest time has been wanting to skydive, and I don't know. It's just something about it that I'm like, I value life, and something about it just kind of scares me that I'm like, I don't
value life.
It does. It kind of like she's been asking me forever to be like, let's go skydiving, and I'm like, I don't know.
What's the worst thing you can happen? You jump out, get caught by a wind current, go right into the blade, and die. What's wrong? Like,
the plane already left unless it comes back around.
Or
yeah,
your parachute doesn't open.
You'll be fine.
Tuck and roll.
Just
Rock and roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Once you get to the ground, just stop dropping. You'll be fine.
Nope. Too scared for of heights. I won't do it.
So
just bring a loud air horn at them and just tell people down there to catch it. That's what
So Brian Crawford is saying you would be Fruit Loops is pretty scary.
That's the second scariest thing he's done.
Absolutely. So Will, how about you? What's the scariest thing you've ever done?
Oh man, we talking life threatening? We talking Jesus? How long do you have? I would say the most recent thing that like actually terrified me. Shout out to me. It was like my first couple weeks on the job as a reporter out here, and I was chasing a tornado. And because new guy tornado.
That'd be fun.
Oh, great time. That's not the scary part. The finding the tornado was the easy part. That was pretty easy, and that was pretty fun. But afterwards, I was driving on these back roads because Mississippi, there's no such thing as a main road. And so I was driving on these back roads, and there's no signage or anything like that, but I'm just driving. Now I'm trying to go up to this four-way stop in the middle of this town. I'm in Wayne County, Mississippi, which is Mississippian for middle of nowhere. And so I'm going down this hill, and then at the bottom of the hill, there's a four-way stop. Well, I was driving my company vehicle, and I was thinking, what would be better than on your first couple weeks as a reporter to drown the vehicle? That'd be great. So at the bottom of this road, right at this four-way stop, there was so much flood water that my car lost complete control and had no traction to the ground because all the water was coming down this hill and collecting at the bottom. And so there was no signage. There was no nothing. And saying like, hey, dude, you're about to go underwater. Your drive's about to turn into a cruise. And I genuinely thought, because this is about an hour away from our station, that I drowned my vehicle like in the middle of it, because we're sitting there and it like levels out into the four-way stop. And all of a sudden I remember hitting that water and the water just going over my windshield. And then all of a sudden my car like levels back out and the lights on my dash are sitting there flashing. My car is not grabbing traction to the road. I'm like, I'm about to drown this vehicle. Like, I genuinely thought I was going to just drown my work vehicle in an hour away from work in the piss pouring rain. Luckily, I got out of it. When I got out, it was making some kind of funny noise. I was like, oh yeah. And like my hood was smoking and everything like that. I was like, dude, I really just totaled this vehicle going through the water. But we were fine. We made it. And you know what they told me? They were like, all right, we'll just drive it back. I'm an hour away from the damn station. This thing's smoking. All right. Like, what do you mean drive it back? Yeah, and here I am being an idiot. I drove it back, but we're all good. And I still that work vehicle that I almost drowned is like right out here by the parking lot.
Did you drive it back through the puddle? Yeah,
Right.
drive it back.
And I remember I got to the gas station because I was almost out of gas. So I went and checked underneath it. There was like 3 things underneath the vehicle that were dragging the ground. It sounded like I was trying to take off with an airplane jet off the tarmac everywhere I was driving. Because as soon as I hit like 40, everything started dragging, and it was so loud. So it went from like driving a vehicle to like. And I was like, I could have swore I started going through like the motions. I was like, thank you for joining Delta Airlines 737 aircraft. I was like sitting there trying to tell people where the emergency exits were and everything. I'm just driving a freaking Ford Escape. It was terrible. I terrified myself because I was in an area I'd never been in. I had never been out to Wayne County yet. I almost drowned my whole freaking work vehicle my like second week of work. So it was kind of terrifying. And all the managers were gone on vacation, literally all of them. So it was terrifying. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I'm alive.
First thing that's popping up in your head, oh man, I'm getting fired when they get back.
No, dead ass. So at any time we get into an accident, we are required by law to take a drug test. And I'm fine. I'm going to test clean. But it was just one of those to where I was like, I'm going to get back and have to take a drug test. I already know it. I was like, I've drowned this vehicle. They're going to think I did it on purpose. They're going to think I was high as a kite, all this. And I'm like, oh, I swear there was just no sign. Dude, I have never seen lights flicker on and off while the car was on, and it was like a demon possessed my work vehicle. I was terrified. Yeah, I still work there. The car still works. We're all good.
It sounds scary, but then again, we did more stupid actions. Hence the question,
right?
Oh, there was nothing stupid about what I did, but the question was scary, not stupid. That's why I made sure to. That's why I made sure to answer the question. All right, Brian, you want to test my piss? I'll do a drug test for you right now. Unless you're testing for NyQuil, I'm going to come up clean.
Sure, I'll sell you some pee. Okay.
Yeah. Is number 2 some pee? I could buy that real quick.
I'll sell it to you. All right. Well, this is pretty much the end of the show. That was the last question. So now we'll just go around the room, and everybody gets about 30 to 45 seconds to go ahead and wrap up any remaining thoughts that they have. Isaiah, I'll start out with you. You got 30 to 45 seconds, my man.
Damn, I thought I was going to have 30 minutes to talk about Devin Booker.
Boo.
Great show. Ace, I wish one of the questions tonight was what is the stupidest thing we've ever done in our lives. I would definitely it would have been a lot to talk about, but great show. Glad that I was able to come back on Roundtable, and me and Trevor are bringing back the night or no BS tomorrow on Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific. So tune in for that. It's gonna be a great show.
All right, Dragon Viper.
I want to thank everyone for watching. It's always fun being on here. I really enjoy it. And I just want to say that tomorrow night is movie night with me and Chris. Just catch that tomorrow night. That'll be interesting. So,
all right, and then of course, Trevor.
The more I think about Roundtable, I really need to Photoshop myself as like a king around a table. I think that's what I really need to work on. I think that would add a nice touch to this table as a nice background draw of myself on the throne with a nice scepter in my hand. But yeah, it was a great show tonight. I love Roundtable. It's fantastic. Nice way to wind down a Friday. It's very casual, hence casual Friday in itself. A pun intended, of course. I gotta like that. But hey, can't wait for next week's episodes and see where we go else on the Roundtable.
I love me some Roundtable, man. It's a great show. I love it. I love
Roundtable.
Yeah. So much fun. And of course, Will, thank you for coming back on the show again. It was a pleasure to have you on, even though you're under the weather. It was still a pleasure to have you on. So, Will, you go ahead and take it away, man. You got 30, 45 seconds.
Hey, per usual, like everybody does at the end of the show, everybody thanks everybody in the comments section, and per usual, like I do, I have to go tell everybody to screw off, get that, get all that, get all those positive thoughts out of your head. You're not all that, but anyway, I always have to do that. That's become a staple at this point. But I always try to leave with something more than just thank you and everything such as that. So, hey, the Olympics, get it together. Let's. I'm going to leave on that note. I saw Brian put a comment on there saying I wouldn't be able to run in the Olympics either for testing positive for whatever drugs I have. Get it together, Olympics. The fastest woman on the planet is not allowed to run because of something that doesn't affect her performance. So Olympics, figure it out. This is completely stupid and everything such as that. Everybody who listened today is not completely stupid, but also everybody else tells you thank you, so I'm not going to do it. So, hey, come join GMs for Hire on Thursdays. You know where to find us, everything such as that.
All right, thank you. And I want to thank, of course, Will for being on, Trevor, Isaiah, Dragon Viper. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you to all of our viewers. And, of course, don't forget tomorrow night that we have another episode of Movie Night. And then we also have an open forum for Sports Minutes. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be super exciting. So I hope everybody has a fantastic night. And we will see you next week for another episode of Everybody Want to Say It? Roundtable.
Roundtable.
Oh, yeah, Roundtable.
Think that.
Thank you.